Hello everyone, Mr. 11 here. I'm coming to you today to give you a video on when you first get Grim Dawn, kind of what you do, what's going to be the most beneficial thing to help you get some quick levels. So I would imagine that you guys all got the Forgotten Gods expansion and the Crucible. So what you want to do is when you come into the game, let's go ahead and create a new character here. Let me go male, veteran. And let's go ahead and create it now. Veteran, if you're new to the game, you definitely don't want to select veteran. It's going to be a little more challenging and difficult for you. And I recommend if this is your first time into the game, don't click that. If you are someone that's played this before and you're just creating a new character and you wanted some tips or advice, that's kind of what I'm here for today. So the veteran checkmark is going to be what you're going to want to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the Crucible mode. Okay, I'm just going to do a random map. I'm not going to be too picky on it. And I'm going to do a single player aspirant difficulty. Alright, so now that we got our character made, just a standard normal looking character with a club and a shield, we are going to go ahead and jump right into it. So we are now entering the Crucible. Alright, so I looted this little body. It's going to give me some, potions to help me out. So let's take a look here. I got 2 and 4. That's hopefully I won't need them, but you never know. Okay.
Greetings and welcome to my Crucible.
Let me just walk you around real quick. So, if you walk around here, there's a bunch of different vendors. There's a vendor here who can help you take away your skill points, your devotion points, things of that nature. This vendor right here is the tribute vendor. This is where you turn in your tributes to get your devotion, your first few devotion points, which are going to be extremely important for entering the game as a new player. Of course, a vendor, we'll probably need him to get some of our beginner gear. We have a crafter here, a little blacksmith, and we can just see what he's got. So, I mean, these are all the things that I've already unlocked. So when you first get into the game, you probably won't see any of these, really, just a few things here and there. But it could be beneficial if you guys get some scraps, get lucky. This is our stash here, and this guy here, he helps you take off things off gear. So if you log into a piece of gear, added a buff to it, then this guy's going to help you get rid of those if you don't want them anymore.
Let's see what I can do here.
So you can do some cool stuff with it. Like, for example, I can make a nice little lightning mace here. I want to go for the shield. The reason I'm using lightning is because this guy's going to be a lightning character, so I'm not going to apply the illusion or anything. I'm going to save my money, but I probably will do it later. This build that I'm doing is a Vindicator build, and I'll probably do a build video a little bit later outlining this entire character, but it is one of the new characters, and I am going to keep this character. So
greetings and welcome to my Crucible.
So I'm just going to pretty much run directly to the poison here, and I'm going to die. See, they don't do a whole lot. It's not that hard to survive. So now we got our 1 level. That's pretty much exactly what we needed. So this guy is pretty much going to laugh at us. Let's see if we get terrible at the top here. We got 2 chests here. If you go further and complete multiple levels, you'll get multiple chests. So the better you do, the better the chests. Everything we can get our hands on at first. Alright, excellent. So let's go look at what we got real quick.
The Crucible claims watching you squirm.
We want to reset to the beginning. Alright, we're going to see what we got here. Anything usable? Well, these pants are definitely better. Care much about that mace. What I'm looking for here is I want some guns. So I'm going to go talk to this guy. I'm going to sell these pants. This club trying to get as much iron as I possibly can so I can purchase whatever guns they have. And these guns are actually not too expensive. This one requires cunning of 83. There's no way for me to get 83 right now, so I'm gonna probably have to go for these cheaper ones here. So let's go ahead and grab. We'll go for this one right here. Oh, this one's 14. This one is on sale for 284. It's actually not bad. So for 284, we got our first pistol, and unfortunately, we can't really afford any of these other ones, so we're gonna have to go for a standard pistol. Not thrilled about that. And it's gonna vary for everybody. I mean, some people get a lot of iron drops, some people don't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and equip that, get rid of that. We don't need that. And these are some nice pants. Let's throw those on. Okay. So I got my gun, I got my shield, but I would like to do wield. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to select my first class. Now, like I said, I'm doing a Vindicator, which is going to be an Inquisitor and a Shaman. So Inquisitor is the one I'm going to select, 1 point here. This is going to give me the ability to dual wield. Now, a lot of people like to stack points. I do not. So what I try to do here, I believe it's better to have more skills than stack a skill with 10 points and have one all-powerful skill. I think your character will be more versatile, have better survivability, more options. So I'm just going to put 1 point into this skill here. And I'm going to throw one more down here at the bottom. And let's see what that did to my cunning. So I think that might have increased me up a little bit. Yep, there we go. Cunning 58, physique 59. And now I can dual wield. So let's take a quick look at what this guy can do now. Shoot a little bit, that's good. We do want to get him fully equipped here, so if I have any iron left, I'm going to buy as much as I possibly can to be as strong as possible. And that's really what you want to do. So we are missing some shoulders here. Let's see if they have any for sale. I see some down here. These are 78. We'll pick those up. We don't have any rings, so let's take a look and see what we can afford here. Like I said before, you're going to be very limited in the beginning, and that's okay. The main thing is to just get as much gear as you possibly can to make yourself as strong as possible so you can get through this, get your quick levels, get your quick gear, and then get into the actual game. From what I'm hearing, not a lot of people have been playing a ton of Crucible lately. It might just be because now there's an in-game mode where you can advance, and it's kind of like the Crucible anyways, except it's actual multiple tiered levels. But we'll get into that on another video. So looks like we're gonna have to go for this helmet here. So my guy really looking pretty dorky, to be honest, but we'll fix that down the road here. 296 iron bits left. Do we have enough for anything else? We have enough for some boots, but we already got good boots. Got a nice sash there. I think we're looking pretty good, so this chest is a little too expensive. Okay. Alright, well, we got what we needed, the basics, I guess you can say. So let's go ahead and talk to him again.
Greetings and
now
welcome.
let's kick some butt. These guys don't hurt that much, so pretty much just now this is going to get extremely challenging here in a little bit. Oops. Those guys taken care of. Oh gosh, these guys. These are some of the nice guys in the game, to be honest. Okay, so now we got them all taken care of. Some spiders, things are getting a little crazy. Gotta get rid of those eyeballs. This is not going well for me here. This is kind of what I was saying. You gotta make sure that you have as much gear as possible. Probably could have geared up a little bit better, so.
You're beginning to bore me, human.
This is very challenging. I know that they existed just recently. This is a bit much. Oh, these guys do hit hard. Alright, we're gonna do a little fighting here. No, he's got some. Alright. So I'm gonna give for a blind right about now. Okay. Man, I'm telling you, level 5, this is very tough. It's been a while since I've done an entry-level Crucible. Cold ones are the worst. You definitely want to stay away from the cold ones. Those ones when you guys are rolling it up. They will slow down your shots and make you very weak. And that's something you definitely do not want. So as you can see, like, we're on better difficulty. This is definitely a lot more challenging. If you're an entry level player, this is going to be a little bit. So you want to make sure everyone is still awesome. Alright, now let's go grab these fire guys.
The way mortals bleed is truly wondrous.
Kind of goes more into what I was saying about having multiple abilities. I pretty much have no abilities right now. All I have is the pistols. We're on level 8. I still have a few levels to go. The boss is going to be extremely tough. To be honest, I don't know that I can kill this guy. Kind of shit. That's the great thing about this game.
I'm beginning to think you're not taking this seriously.
So, do kind of a shield, you can sword and shield. Pretty much that's what makes this game so great. The diversity of Alright, we got them down. The boss over there. He's probably got his moves. Alright, guys. just like that, as you guys saw, I went from level 2 to level 6, 4 levels in just one crucible. All right,
You've
so I'm
done
gonna talk
well,
to him. I
but
want
the
to go forward. You can say let's continue, and it'll put you into the next difficulty, which it's almost impossible at this level. So now I got 2 more levels off of that. So as you can see, just from doing one crucible, level 8. Let's go all this gear here. This will probably be the last time I take any of this yellow gear.
My inventory is full.
Oh wow, yeah, we are fully loaded here. Let's head back and talk to him here. We definitely don't need a shield or a book. We do need that gun right there. Looks like it needs 114 cunning, so let's add a few points to cunning. Alright, 114 cunning. My recommendation here on the stats, physique, cunning, and spirit is to only use what you need. The rest, just hold on to, wait. If not, you're going to be spending a ton of money trying to get those points back. And there's really no point. I mean, so early in the game, it's not extremely important either. So it won't be the end of the world if you don't have all those points. So let's see here. Shield we don't need. We don't need a rifle. We don't need any melee weapons because we have them all. We're probably going to need the majority of this other gear. And I don't want to bore you guys with sitting here digging through all the gear, but I do need to give myself a little bit of a chance here on the next difficulty. Now you can do this. Let's see, we just did it one time, so we can do it 4 more times, and it'll be worth our while. Once you've done it 5 times, it's no longer going to be worth your while, and that's when it's time to go play the game. So let's go over here. Chat with this guy. I'm going to go and put some points in here because I think that's part of what's limiting me right now. So we're going to go, and I'm kind of going to go do exactly what I told you guys I was going to do. I'm going to put 1 point in and continue along my way. This is bursting rounds, great for AoE. Okay, word of renewal. This is great for survivability, helps us get some health back. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Down the chain here. We're going to get tip the game. Oh, I almost forgot that one. Okay. Now I modify my builds all the time, so it's even if I show you a build, you don't have to copy it. Use it. If you want to change something, change it. There's many things that work in this game. There's no perfect build that's going to be the godly build in this game. So just keep that in mind when you're making your character. Don't focus too much on what you think you have to do. Alright, so let's go back and talk to him. And as you can see, now I can put some of this gear on. So I'm going to get rid of all of this. I don't even need to have this gear on. It's just such a waste to have. Get rid of all of these gray items. Now I got some money to play with. I got some items. Let's see here. This is better than this one. We're going to dump that. Physique. Defensive ability, it's not as good. 15 physique, fire. Oh, we want cunning, so we're going to stay with the cunning that we have. Bleeding and cunning are very good, so we're going to keep those. That's more for a tank. So I'm looking at all these stats. I'm kind of just making a judgment call. I mean, you guys can do the same thing. There's, like I said again, there's no right or wrong answer to what you're doing. Just do what you think is going to be best for your character. This is pretty nice, to be honest, but I love that cunning. I want to keep that cunning. It's really, really helpful. We're just short on the physique. I really wish I had an extra point now, and that's why I said save your points, so I kind of spent a little heavy there. Oh, look at that. I got 5 physique there, and now I can put on my chest piece. Fantastic. We have a chest here. It's a nice chest, but it's not really for me. And last but not least, alright, we got a ring here. I need to look at it, really, to be honest. It's got to be better than what I have, which is nothing. So this is a good multi-stat ring. It's got some energy. The main thing we need here is health regen. Let's see here. Spirit, health regen. We don't need spirit. This one's not bad. Offensive and defensive. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Cunning and health regen. There we go. So cunning's good for like the range characters. As you can see here, it tells you physical damage, pierce damage. If you're doing a caster, you're going to want to go mainly spirit. And then if you're doing a melee tank, DPS, you're going to want to go physique. So those are basically the main options in your skills here. So as you can see, my cunning is the highest. It won't stay that way. My physique will climb up because physique is literally the best stat in this game. Almost everybody, you want physique to be either equal or higher than all, than the cunning or the spirit. So at the end game, physique is very, very important. So you'll see a lot of people stack cunning at the beginning and then switch over to physique later on down the road. Now another thing I talked about was the tributes. So now that we have 3 tributes, I can go talk to this guy right here and basically tell him I want to prove my devotion. So tell him it's 3 tributes. Now, when I said before that it takes only do this 5 times, the reason why is because after you do it the 5th time, it'll cost 5 tributes, and then it's no longer worth it. So we're going to go ahead and take this one here. Okay, so now we have a devotion point. So let me show you what that's like. We go into devotions here, and this is extremely overwhelming for new players. But I'll show you guys a little trick. Now I'm making a lightning range build. So what I want to do here is just type in light, and pretty much it's going to give me everything. It's going to highlight it all in red, so I know exactly where I need to be looking. So my main goal is going to honestly be this right down here. This is my bread and butter. This is the biggest skill I want. You always want to look at the outside and find the skill that's going to work the best for you on the outside, and then work your way towards it. So now I have a pre-planned build, so I'm going to just go ahead and go off of that. And one of the things I'm kind of excited about is getting into this green area, so we're going to go ahead and do offensive ability first. Okay, so once you pick the crossroads, you meet all of these prerequisites, and now you have the ability to go ahead and basically spec into all of these different things. Now I only had 1 devotion point, and we're going to have a total of 5 once we're done with all of this, and I'm not going to make an hour-long video and do this 5 times. I will do it 1 more to show you some of the differences when you start getting your character a little bit more beefy. And it's not just this particular character that I made, it's all characters in general. They're getting stronger, they're going to get better. Alright, now before I move into it, so I'm going to go ahead and hit O on my keyboard. It's going to take me to a loot filter. Now I don't need commons anymore. I've already surpassed those. Don't need magics. I already have a full set of those. The only thing I'm interested in are rares, monster infrequents, epics, legendaries, sets, and double rares as well. So double rares I have not checked right now because I don't only want to show them. That'll be later in the game. That's something we'll talk about again in another video. Okay, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and proceed. I'm ready to begin. Up here, I didn't expect my talent, so I gotta do that real quick. So now I got order ready. Now we can. So that big flash of fire was bursting around. These little guys.
Seen such a sad display since Ulzuin's betrayal.
So you'll be in an area and you'll be absolutely slaughtering mobs, almost killing them. So guess what he does? He decides to there it is.
do that yet.
These eyeballs are the worst, let me tell you. Pretty much my only hope here is to run up like these guys. Now I like going to the tokens but these eyeballs are way OP. Slaughter in here.
I can't do that yet.
There it is. Red
Korvac was right. Humans are miserable wretches.
Let's go find this. These guys, and while you guys are watching, I'll talk a little bit more about this one. Very fast. A lot of damage. You almost like before you even get to it. That's the whole concept of the build. The longer you stand still, and once we get the cold going, the fire, the cold lighting, it's going to For the sake of time, I'd love to show you what the next couple of skills are going to be, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to finish up this round, show you what we get, and like I said before, we will be doing another build video showing this entire build, which I'm very excited about. Let's see what we play this build.
If you're anything to go by, your world is doomed.
had before, but 1's not bad.
You've done well,
Alright,
but
so
the
reward and another level. So just like that. 10 levels, about 15 to 20 minutes. Your speed might be faster or slower than mine, just depends. Obviously, since I'm making this video, I'm taking a little bit more time, talking a little bit, showing you guys things. You guys could probably do this a little bit faster. Now, as you can see, there are quite a few drops here. I don't even want to see those anymore. I already have them. I'm just looking for greens right now, and eventually I'll just be looking for the double rares or monster frequents of the green ones. So this is pretty nice. Got some different gear here, so we're not going to really play around much with that right now. I just wanted to show you guys we have 3 more tributes. I'm going to go over here, talk to my guy here. Devotion. Alright. Going to pop open the window here, go to Devotion, and we are going to go with the Bats. So the Bats got some good stuff here. A lot of vitality, bleeding damage. The most important thing about the Bat is the attack damage converted to health. So when kiting or being a ranged guy, especially when you're fighting other ranged guys, you want to have something that's going to leech life. So that's why we're going to go with the Bat. So let's see here. And just before we conclude this video, I'm going to go ahead and put some more points in here. And look at that. Now we have chilling rounds. So we have the ability to wield added damage, we have a bursting round fire, AoE, and we have chilling rounds that freeze the target, well, can freeze the target for 0.7 seconds, which is game changing, I'll tell you right now. We'll eventually be getting the storm spread, which will be really nice. And it looks like we are ready for our second class. We'll bring out the shaman. And this is one of the next things I'm going to be getting is Savagery. This really mows up your damage, especially for someone that shoots really fast. It's very easy to build these charges, very easy to be at max damage on this ability. So we will be specking into this and working our way down the tree. And look at that, we still have a so let's go ahead and just grab it. So that will be our base attack now, and there it is. Alright, well, I hope you guys liked this video. That will conclude it. If you continued on and did 3 more of these, you'd be level 14 or 15, and from there you can go and start the actual campaign. Or if you're an experienced player, at that point you can proceed and go to Elite or Ultimate difficulty if you've already beaten those difficulties. And having this added gear, the extra devotion points, as well as the levels and stats is really, really going to help you along your journey. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys had a great time. I know I did, and I will continue to be having a good time playing the game, making these videos for you guys. If you guys like the content you see and want to support more, please go ahead and hit subscribe and like the video. Appreciate it. Have a good day.